Back in the game, hopefully with less hiccups this time. This isn't funny for me anymore. I thought I had basically a full day to do almost anything I want, and this hiccup thing has been going on for hours now. It goes off for sometimes it comes back up again. Stopped being funny a long time ago. We'll see how far we get this time. There shouldn't be any hostiles here, so what we're basically looking to do is we'll try to find where the gas is being pumped in. Is that a quest? No. Okay, so we can't rely. Yeah, this is it. We need to protect ourselves from the explosion. We close this door. Veronica, come away from there. I think a frag grenade will have to do. We could use C4, I guess, but no. Follow me.
Grenade!
Yeah, the door doesn't stop. So, plan B. What? Door bugged out. Lovely. How far are we supposed to get here? Try something else. Maybe we can throw a grenade over this one. I'm not sure how the explosive wave travels, but if these blockades block it at all, we should be fine here. What we're gonna do is basically throw a grenade and run like a mother.
Grenade!
Well, we have 9 points of life and our arm is crippled. But other than that, things went quite smoothly. Veronica has 29 hit points. She'll regenerate on her own. Don't have to worry about her. We have Sunset Stars of her love. That should restore our health quite a bit. We doing fine? No. I'm not quite sure how the regeneration thing works. Maybe there's a time after the fight or damage being taken that you don't regenerate.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased.
Okay.
I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here.
Yeah, good riddance. Those files have caused enough trouble.
Indeed. This should only take a minute. Just a few more moments and... That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Yeah, I've been too busy rescuing you. Someone else have done it.
It's possible. I've spent the last few days in a cave, after all. For all we know, that man sent someone immediately after you to swipe the data while you posed as Mantis bait. Nothing to be done about it, I suppose. All we can do is delete what's here, and that's done. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well.
It's getting dark.
Have you tried regenerating spontaneously? Veronica is not healing at all, so take a step back. See if we can jumpstart her regeneration. Cola. More healing. We should be gaining full health from these. I want to bring Veronica up a bit before we exit. Essentially there are cazadores there, so we can't go out like this. Well, we can, but I think I'll be searching for a new companion fairly quickly if we do. So that should do it. I know I lied to Keely about the information I downloaded, but I didn't want to hear her bitching about it. And it might have led to... I don't know how she would have reacted. I saw no reason to fill her in on that. My job was here to get the information mainly, and that's what I did. Keely's rescue was another job, secondary job. And no one really paid me to do anything beyond that. Only not destroy the data. I really don't see what would be the point. Yeah, it caused problems, sure, but I at least feel they're trying to sort of manipulate data to that degree. Scientific data is it's just a wasted effort. What you're basically doing is limiting yourself and probably even causing... How would I put it? You're basically trying to be a scientist that should be all about uncovering information about the world. That you're sort of your whole way of life is based on the fact that gathering that information and knowledge on the long term will benefit mankind. So I feel you can't go into that and then start deciding that someone did a bad thing with this information. We need to try to delete it from the collective memory of the humankind, and that's somehow a great thing. Uh, uh, you learn from the mistakes, you improve on things. Vaults in themselves are very abnormal and abhorrent experiments, so maybe that shouldn't be your benchmark for responsible scientific discovery anyway, or responsible science research. They are very cruel. Most of the vaults are just sociological or otherwise scientific experiments that are basically meant. The inhabitants are not meant to survive in those vaults. They're meant to be test subjects. A lot of the vaults that are meant to survive, I think there were a few of them. And then there are the control vaults where basically nothing happens. Everything goes as planned. All of those non-control vaults are just tests. They're guinea pigs. There to die, be used. I guess an objection could be made on the basis of that, since it was a very abhorrent thing the researchers did, that the research or good that their work produced should be rejected, because the research itself was very abhorrent. There are probably been something like that. Like during wars, scientists can do very cruel things to other people. There's diseases, things like that. Potential weapons to be used against others or crap like that. I mean, genuine, useful scientific information being produced while doing very, very, very questionable things. But I still think that it makes no sense to waste the good that the work has produced. It doesn't mean you excuse the acts, but it feels like every little good that came out of it will. There's no point throwing it down the drain just because it was connected to a. It was gained through a questionable or evil means. It's a understandable emotional reaction, but that's what it is. It's counterproductive. Probably need to gain that information again some other way, so you're causing more suffering to be had. Someone already did the suffering to gain that information, so I feel it's also morally questionable to dismiss it. You're just forcing others to do some kind of suffering to regain the same information later on. Or if it, in this case, this was questionable research, and I guess say by accident they caused something they didn't intend. Wouldn't it be more valuable or more right to try to educate future scientists about this, so the same thing doesn't get repeated? They know better. They know to take extra precautions. They know they know how to recognize the problems when they start appearing, instead of having to wonder why the large chunk of the workers there are suffering from a mysterious disease that no treatment reacts to, they would know immediately that the contagion has been, or the spores have been started to spread, that they need to isolate the area to act on it. So I don't see what Keely's doing to be the good thing. It's a understandable thing because she probably doesn't trust people all that much. I mean, being a ghoul, living through a nuclear war, seeing what kind of bastards some of the bureaucrats or managers of the scientific teams are. So she simply doesn't trust the information in their hands, but that's something you'll suffer in every community. No individual gets to pick and choose, at least with science. We're trying to go to... I don't know what the vault is here. I don't even know how to access it, but I'm just following the markers. Well, we could go do an equipment dump, then we travel to Sunset Stars Superior headquarters and move from there. Probably should, but if we're gonna do the equipment dump, we could go to the trading post and go to Vault 11 first. Mm, I guess the Keely problem. I guess that's a problem with leadership in general. Because when you're in lead, and naturally you're going to bump heads with other people who have different visions, or you think are just very unagreeable persons. It's hard to share power with them. Because you basically have to give in or accept the fact that on some decisions the deciding person will be someone who will disagree with you and do something you would not agree on.
Hey! Wish the followers would get me some better armor.
You seen what one of those
So that's just something you have to suck up.
Still making a nuisance of yourself?
I seem to recall him selling weapons if we have enough guns, and now we have it. I figure a guy like you gets his pick of killing deer.
You might be onto something. I'd like to hang on to any weapons mods I run across. Take a look.
Does he actually have anything useful? I'm not seeing anything really useful. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary useful. Just the same crap. Ooh, Marmont Rifle Night Scope and Silencer, but those are not useful. So, I guess we'll just trade in some crap, get the money out of him, and leave things at that. Prototype laser. I don't know what to do with this. It's a unique weapon, so I'm inclined to keep it in my control. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but we'll do it anyway. Just because we don't have an immediate use for it doesn't mean we don't want to use it later on. And at that point it's too late to start regretting anything. Yeah. Except.
Pleasure doing business with you. Later.
Okay, our weight situation is at least improved now. I feel we could go to the next vault. I still want to meet the arms merchant. Maybe we can get a little bit of extra from her. I don't know what type of modification for guns there are in this game.
I've still got guns and ammo.
Yeah, I just haven't seen a
Sure.
lot of pistol modifications. She has a power fist, doesn't she? But increased condition is probably not something I'm really interested in. Sniper rifles, sound suppressor. It's not quite a silencer, but I guess it reduces the detection range. Let's start from the bottom this time. We have a few crap weapons we could try to get rid of, but not that many. Yeah, I don't like the hive missiles. They're crap. Maybe they have a use. I just don't quite get what it is at this point. Incendiary grenade was very disappointing. Again, might have its uses, but I'm getting rid of it. Okay, sell the frag grenades. And that's not exactly a huge mother load of equipment, but they were a vault that the inhabitants had escaped from it. It was filled with plants, a couple of weapons. Not a bad haul by any means, but very few equipment for our normal vault. Need to eat something fresh. Correct. Apple. And water. And I think we had coffee too. Black coffee. This was very easy to access. You could probably get here like something like level 2 or 3. What was that? Oh, scorpion. Ooh, and I'm out of ammo. Yeah, we need to buy more ammunition for this. I'm not looting them now. We have quite a lot of weight to use.
Uh-oh.
So what I'm going to do is basically try to get to the deepest section of the vault, then once we're there, start picking up as much scrap with us as we possibly can. Vault suits, ammunition, crappy weapons, anything that has potential value really. Huh. 3-4 guys dead here. So not a happy ending vault. There never are. Door mechanism seems to work. I assume it works. It works just fine. Yeah, would you open it again? Seems pretty clear that someone left from this vault. Security recording vault entrance.
Are we really gonna do this? It's open. We could just leave.
I couldn't. Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave. A shining example. That's what it called us. But we were. We did what we were supposed to. Not by a long shot. Anybody would have done what we did.
You ask me? That's exactly the problem. Now let's get on with this.
I'll go first. Wait. People should know what happened. They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all, I hope they never have to find out. Ready, Harry? Oh no! Wait!
Five guys, one of them killed the four others. Those are their buddies. It still seems that one of them left vault. Only one survivor. What happened here? I hate Kate. Haley is a known adulterer and a communist sympathizer. Elect Haley for overseer. Rumors about Haley are baseless. Vote Stone for overseer. So elections. Why is that a problem? Why are you advertising known troublemakers for problem citizens for leadership position?
Hey! That's enough of that.
That's enough of that. Yep. Hold on. Okay, Vault 11 Election Guide. Dear fellow Vault Dweller, congratulations! Your dedication to the democratic process is the bedrock upon which the continued stability of Vault 11 is based. Now, to help you make your decision for this year's election, the Coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has put together this handy Dweller's official guide to obtaining overseers democratically, or do good. It contains a summary of the leading candidates for Overseer as well as their statements, key positions, and most importantly, endorsements. Sincerely, Roy Gottlieb, Chairman of the Coalition of Vault 11 Voting Blocks. President of the Justice Bloc. Candidate Hendrik Glover. Endorsements: Utilitarian Bloc, Divine Will Bloc, Allied Service Workers Bloc. I'm a devoted husband and father of 6 beautiful children. My oldest Sam was on the honor roll this quarter, and I couldn't be prouder of him. My youngest, Henry Jr., just said his first word and it was Dada. We've got this bond already and he's still just a baby. Friends, when you go to the polls this election, I want you to think of your own children. Then I want you to think of Sam and Henry Jr. Picture their faces. Nate Stone should be Overseer, not me. Okay, candidate Donna Haley. Endorsement Human Dignity Bloc, United Vault Technicians Bloc. I'm aware of the rumors circulating about me. I want everyone to know that there are vicious lies being spread by the other candidates in a desperate smear campaign. I have never in my life done anything so depraved, let alone 4 such things. But even if I had, that still wouldn't mean you should vote for me. Consider the fact that I am grossly underqualified for the position, and that both of my opponents are far more deserving. I know nothing about governance. You would be hard-pressed to find a worse candidate than me. I can promise you my administration would be a disaster. Okay, candidate Nathan Stone. Endorsements, Justice Bloc. This is ridiculous. I shouldn't even be a candidate, and I wouldn't be if it weren't for all the dirty backroom politics going on around here. Sickening. You should all be ashamed. Okay, notice of postponement. Fellow citizens, due to the tragic events of the past few days, the Coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has unanimously decided to postpone the election for Overseer, pending further investigation into the murders. Your security team wishes you to know that they are working tirelessly day and night to find the perpetrator and are already following up on a number of promising leads. God willing, if the killer is apprehended swiftly, we may have found a promising new candidate for Overseer. Sincerely, Terry Hart, President of Human Dignity Bloc. Okay, Overseer Order 745. Effective immediately, the traditional selection process for Overseer is hereby ended. In lieu of a yearly election, a citizen will be chosen 1 month prior to the start of his or her term, with our mainframe's random number generator ensuring complete impartiality and fairness. Catherine Stone, Overseer. Stone 1. Nathan Stone. I'm guessing Nathan Stone. Seems like it's a death sentence, basically. That's how they're reacting to it. But I don't get it. You still have a lot of power because you can kill orders. You are the Overseer, so I don't quite get the situation. They're trying to avoid it like the plague, but still holds power. You can still give orders, so why? Slow-mo. Yeah, I have dismembered my 300th limb. Lovely. That's something to celebrate. Let me take the spear. Now, is there something useful here? I'm not picking up cigarettes. I haven't found purified water in a long time. We still have it, quite a bit of it somewhere, but no new bottles. I certainly want to know what the hell's going on here.
Hey!
Yeah, go get him. Oh, where the hell did you come from? Uh, mm, we didn't get hit too badly. I guess it was stuck here and I just didn't notice, although I find that sort of unlikely. It might have been inside the wall or something like that and then hop out of there, and that's why I didn't notice earlier. It's entirely possible that it was there all along, but somehow I doubt that. Wouldn't be the first time when someone is bugged around here, find himself inside a wall. Yeah, very, very, very radioactive water. I just don't get it, quite frankly, what's going on here. Why would they, even if the situation is something that they don't like, why don't they just change the rules? It has to be another experiment. Situation has been created in a certain way that drives people to do what they do. But why? There's always a purpose to it. Find out something about how humans do in a certain situation or things like that. It's never just for lulz. Although it might be very amusing, but it's still a hard situation, like the ones where basically the gender balance between the walls have been intensely skewed. So you have a vault of 100+ people and maybe one male or one female in there, and you're supposed to be waiting years or decades in a vault. You can see the problem. There's vaults that are not meant to survive really, or just there to when that someone can later come and see what happened.
Come on!
Nice punching there, Veronica. Ooh, traps. That should have stopped cycling like that. I think these are bugged in my game. It probably shows me a message. Well, hopefully not. I don't intend to use frag grenades anyway, so it's sort of a moot point at this point. Yeah, same information as in the previous terminal. So, is the order to do a random selection instead of an election the thing that triggers things here then? Because the election is clearly to select the worst or most hated candidate, and then he gets to be the overseer. But if the election is gone and it's just random, it could be anyone. Whatever the bad things that's happening to the overseer, it's anyone could get it. So at that point, there's no point really holding back anymore. You want to change the rules. It has to be there. Well, I can't see it being anything else that would warrant these kind of reactions. It has to be a death sentence of some kind. I'm sort of why not stop the practice as an overseer instead of just making it random? Why didn't the first overseer stop the practice? Even if you die for some unknown reason, you still make sure that no one else has to die after you. We're missing a piece of the puzzle. We're lacking the force that's forcing people to do this. The threat of violence is missing.
Uh-oh.
Veronica can take care of them, but she'll always take a hit. I shot at that dead rat quite in time. Well played, game, well played. You got me. Ah. There doesn't appear to be all that many useful items here, so I'm starting to pick up the crafting items. No, I'm still not taking cigarettes, I'm sorry. I'm not that desperate anymore. Cigarettes aren't a terrible item to carry, but it's still pretty bad. Preferably you'd like something with a bit more value.
I've had worse.
What do you do? Yeah, I think I'll clean up the place before trying to do any exploration. I don't want to get surprised by one of these bastards. We're running very low on ammunition though. What the hell am I not hitting with this? It's shooting in a very different place than the other pistol, that's why. It's shooting well above the sight. The other one is shooting basically right at the edge or even below that. That's upstairs. See what we can find. We're gonna take a lot of useless crap from this place. Need to do another equipment dump after this. Well, 11 jumps. I'm not sure how much they are worth in the both 11 hotel. I'm certainly not gonna save all of them. They're more than enough to repair our armor. So I do intend to drop quite a few of them. The hotel. Hopefully it'll give us a little bit of extra reputation there. We might be able to get the Ultralux waistline. Mortimer. We haven't seen too much ammunition either, so really disappointing loot selection here. Well, there are rats and mantises here, so I can't exactly expect a lot from this place. This is pretty much bottom of the barrel enemies, no matter what state of the game you are in, so it should be shit, more or less. I still expect something to be here. Personal terminal. Ah. I've missed it already. Only this one. Okay. Security recording. Justice Block HQ security tape.
She can't do this. It's done. We're done. Nothing's done. She's got the authority. The only thing she can't do is change her own fate. Nothing says she can't change the selection process for future overseers. I say she can't. You shouldn't have toyed with her like that, Roy. We still have the majority. We don't vote for anything anymore. I'm not talking about voting. What then? You want to have a sit-in? A hunger strike? Not exactly. Maybe march into her office with torches and pitchforks? Yes. Come on. I mean it. What? Start a revolution? Laws don't outlast their governments. Roy, all we have to do is wait until someone from Justice Block gets picked for Overseer. Then we have them change the law back. There won't be any blocks after the new Overseer is picked tomorrow. Everyone's going to move on. By the time we've reformed, who knows if we'll still be in the majority? We can hold the block together. You don't know that. Besides, what if the computer picks you? What if it picks me? And your solution is to start shooting? Not if we don't have to. Look, we arm up. We go to the lower floors, take some strategic targets. Power, food, water. Just until she turns authority over to us. The other blocks won't support it. They're tired of us having the power. We have the majority. We don't need them. This isn't a vote, Roy. They'll fight back. They've never had the nerve. Hell of a way to test it.
And they fought back. These audio logs are nice. It's much more preferable than listening to reading about it. We've been here. Yes. So we have. I guess I haven't looked around all that well since this all looked unfamiliar to me. I'm not looking at the containers anymore. I'm just looking around so I haven't missed anything vital. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. There really doesn't appear to be anything interesting here. Also, there's so much trash that it's hard to say. Oh, what's that? Pugilism illustrated. Yeah, totally useless. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Dormitories, check. I guess the admin is left. Again, aim low. The other one, aim high. This is faster. Ooh, mini nuke. Ooh, 25mm grenades. Well, not a bad hole this sun. This is some kind of an armory.
Worse.
Seems like another big equipment area. Ammunition. Oh yeah. I'm not taking flavor fuel. Probably shouldn't take those either. We're almost full, so I'm being very picky about what I'll pick up. Okay, deposition. Except from the deposition of the defendant Catherine Stone by Vault Attorney Gerard Miles. Okay, let's pick up where we left off, Kate. Catherine. Sorry, alright, Catherine. Keep forgetting. My husband calls me Kate. You were telling us about a discussion you allegedly had with Roy Gottlieb and the Justice Blood. Not allegedly, had. We've been through this. It's still just your word against his, Miss Stone. But please, the discussion. You said my husband's name had come up in their meetings. The candidate endorsement meetings? Yes. They were going to endorse him. He wouldn't say why, but I know my husband had a regular poker game with some of them, and he'd been on a winning streak lately. And according to you, what did Mr. Gottlieb offer? He said he would sway his block, prevent endorsement, but only if I... Only if you what, Catherine? Only if I... Only if you performed sexual favors? Yes. Was this just for Mr. Gottlieb? No. All the Black leadership, their friends. You agreed? What else could I do? They had a majority. How long did this go on before the endorsements came out? I don't know. A month maybe? And when they came out, and your husband was endorsed despite your supposed agreement, was that when you decided to kill members of the Blood? Yes, I thought their majority is pretty slim. If I thin things out a little, especially in the leadership, someone else might get elected. Assuming you weren't caught. No, Mr. Miles. I expected to be caught. That was my best chance. Now they'll elect me. A confessed murderer? You think voters would be willing to risk putting you in charge? They have to pick somebody and live with their reasons. Yes, but... wait and see. So that's how she got elected. And she had a plan. Clever girl. Yeah, no duct tape left behind. That's our motto. Duct tape is in a special situation because so many recipes require it, so it's a bottleneck. If we have to dump other crafting materials, we'll dump them, but we won't be dumping duct tape. Taking quite long. Taking into consideration that we're facing rats and some mantises, we should have gone much quicker. Yeah, my targeting speed is normal even during the slowdown, so it's a very powerful ability, and this is a trap. Okay, we need an overseer's key. I'm not really interested in disarming the traps because I get loaded with unnecessary crap if I do. Overseer's office? We came from there. Fair enough. We need to go buy ammunition, make ammunition, whatever. What is this? Utility. You probably could survive here with simply a combat knife without too much trouble.
Uh-oh.
Don't go in there, it's trapped. Yep. Back, pull back, pull back. Need to get the trap before she enters it. Grenade bouquet. Can't carry all this ammunition. There are missiles here, they weigh a ton. Now we can get one more. Microfusion cells. Where is our little lady? Seriously, where is she? How did you... I don't want to know. I don't want to know what the hell you're doing and how did you get there. Don't want to know. There you are. Let's trade.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
No, it's not a dress. It might be microfusion cells. Wonder what happens if you keep her a dress. Have to test that. Where the hell am I going? Where is it shooting? It's very hard to determine where it's shooting. More importantly, am I shooting at a place where I can hit them? Head seems to be hittable location. The ass into the rat less so. I think I overshot them quite a bit. But really is you have to aim in a totally different place. This is more, at least I understand this. I'm guessing it's something that you just get used to. The problem here is I keep switching between two weapons, so it's constantly sort of off. Okay. Dehydration level is increasing very, very fast. That's not. Yeah, I'll take the missiles. Microfusion cells. Self-blower. Microfusion cells. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do another
Ooh,
check.
got something good for me?
Yeah,
Is it a dress?
yes, it is a dress. No, I don't want to do that. I want you to loot the goddamn gun. It's loaded. Fantastic. Highly radioactive water. How the hell are we supposed to get the Overseer's passkey? That seems to be the thing we're missing. Crap. Didn't we come here to get some item anyway? Yes, we did. I haven't kept an eye on that at all. Well, let's go be with the Overseer. An ashtray. Okay. Reactor. I have no idea where Veronica is at this point. No idea where I need to go, no idea where I can get the item we're looking for, where we get the pass card. Yeah, no clue about any of that. Okay, I can get this. Yeah, it was an alternative way to get to the other side of our lock door. So, a gigantic waste of time. We could have just picked that quite easily. I have to put my shades on. So, this is where we needed to come. Why? Reactor cafeteria. Atrium. Hostiles in the atrium. Prepared speech of Gus Olson, Ombudsman of the annual Overseer election. According to the text of a speech that was given or scheduled to be given in the Vault 11 Atrium on Overseers, the terminal password is Betty. Okay, this is a speech. Good afternoon. Each year it is the appointed task of the Ombudsman not only to officiate the election, but to chronicle it in hopes that after the last Overseer has finished his term and walked to his death in the chamber beneath his office, and the vault has become still, that one day some excavator from humanity, or perhaps some yet unknown race of super beings, might find our records and incorporate them into historical canon. But lately it's occurred to me that that's not really why. I think the real reason we do it is because we want to believe that somewhere in the archives there's an answer to all of this, or perhaps there will be one when the historical records are completed and the whole story is told. We want it to make sense, to understand why the vault's mainframe will kill us if we do not offer one of our own as a yearly sacrifice. To fully comprehend why we continue to have these elections despite the unfettered corruption that has plagued it for what must be decades by now. There was a simpler time when elections meant shaking hands and kissing babies, but now with the rise of the voting blocks and this infestation of bribery, drug trafficking, smuggling, and God knows what else, we want to know why. Well, I've been through the archives and I can tell you, you won't find the answer there. You'll find an account of the first Overseer who entered the vault as the only citizen aware of the sacrifices that would have to take place. But he didn't have the answers either. If he did, surely he would have foreseen the citizens' anger when he broke the news. Surely he would have guessed that they would want to choose a sacrifice democratically in the way that we citizens are accustomed to washing our hands of terrible deeds, and that his name would be at the top of the polls, and that the simultaneous vacancy of Overseer and Martyr would forever fuse the two positions here in Vault 11. But he didn't. He had the answers no more than any of us. And the records state that after the citizens discovered that the sacrificial chamber's password was his wife's Betty's first name, and his door was unsealed, so he could be offered as the first sacrifice, he walked down into that room crying like a child. I can only wonder if there are no answers to be found, and we are just going along with this because we don't see another choice. Nevertheless, I still hold on to the hope that we can find one. I urge you all to take the journey I took, and remember that it wasn't so long ago we were ruled by our civility and our dignity, and that those were times when we didn't have to be quite so ashamed. Thank you. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense now. I mean the test situation. They've, because it's a computer enforcing it, they know there's no negotiating with it or anything like that. It'll just implement it without caring the world. Don't give a crap about them. You'll come and kill them. Well, I don't know how it would. You can't, well, if we control the environmental systems, it can kill them all anytime it wants. Yeah. Apparently I used to have arms once upon a time, but I don't have any more. That doesn't really explain it. The grenade should not have caused this much damage. Well, I should have just looked around a bit more carefully, see what was going on there. It's pretty clear that there were other explosives here, and that's what. Maybe. Why did my arms get damaged and nothing else? I'm not really complaining, just wondering. But we know the terminal password now, so we can access the Sakriada, etc. We exploded that too. Probably a cluster of snakes. Ooh, a lot of food. A lot of crappy food. The ramen steaks are good though. Take those. Anything else? I would take water at this point too. I just don't want to take the dirty water if I can help it. But if this continues, I might. Yeah, it didn't continue. I might have to change my mind. I haven't seen Veronica in a long time. Hope she's okay. She should be. The enemies here aren't that dangerous. Okay, let's go to the Overseer's room. No. That's not the only thing we came here for. Living quarters, and no, there's something on this level that's not where we've never been before. That has to be the park. I'm just not quite sure how we're supposed to reach that place. From this or I don't quite see it. We go here or is it up? I think it's up. I can't be for sure where it is. I think we'll go for the Overseer's room then. At least we know there's a guaranteed thing there. And we could try to go forward and then south. Be something south. And we came from here. We'll need to check if we can get there. So we came from here. So yeah. Yes. One of these places should be what we need. Is it you? Differential pressure control. Yes, that's it. So, mission accomplished. Now we need to find the Overseers, whatever, and sacrificial room under the Overseers room. Sacrificial chamber. Overseer, 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 Overseer. Open sacrificial chamber. Now this is familiar. I'm expecting turrets or robots, possibly both.
Congratulations, Martyr. Your fantastic journey is only just beginning. Please proceed to the light.
I need to drink something. I don't want to suffer from any dehydration issues when the fighting starts.
The light is calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light. Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin. Greetings, Martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now, and imagine what joys await you in the next life. The afterlife. Can you see them?
Grenade!
Good.
Wait.
Trouble.
No shit. I already had the grenade in hand. Yeah. I wonder how they're gonna fix these for the next one. Veronica got a bit beat up, but otherwise this went fairly well. So what now? Recon armor. It's a medium armor, so worthless. Electrons. Okay, this side wasn't all that heavily defended, but that was side very dangerous. Okay, override lockdown. System recording Vault 11 solution. Automated response, Volt 11 switch. Level up. Handle the level up first. It's level 20, so we're 2/3 from maximum. We aren't gonna get too many of these, and this is what? We might have 6 perks, I think, to choose. Last will be on level 30. So, gun. Fine, it's good enough. I think I'll raise like to 80. No, I don't really need to. I need to go to HA 100 or not bother with it at the moment. Sneaking could always be higher. Also, gun 75. That's an important milestone. Medicine, always important. Not sure if I should. I probably won't invest anything in speechcraft and barter just to see how that goes. Survival. It's not all that great. But it could allow you to do quite a lot of recipes. So, barter on the other hand would allow us to buy all those things we need. I think, yeah, let's go with things that we certainly could use at high level. Medicine, we could ignore radiation after this. Increased survival probably wouldn't hurt. I think I want sneaking to be higher, medicine to be higher, guns, explosive to be fairly close to 100. But I need to give thought to where do I want to branch out. If I abandon both speech abilities, don't have to able to do something else. Survival might be an option. Okay, level 20 perks. Mile in their shoes. You have come to understand Night Stalkers. Yeah, I think I maybe have seen one of them from a long distance. Okay, consuming Night Stalker squeezings now grant bonuses to perception, poison resistance, and stealth, in addition to the normal benefits. Yep. Shit. 20 action points are restored upon exiting that. If you kill a target in the turn-based mode, you get 20 extra action points after you exit the turn-based mode. So instead of, I think in the third one, it was you get full action points, so it was a lot more powerful there. Overpowered. Eye for an eye. For each crippled limb you have, you do an additional 10% extra damage. The Explorer. Every location in the world is revealed to you. I'm not taking this time. Atomic. With the Atomic perk, you are 25% faster and stronger whenever you're basking in the warm glow of radiation. Outside irradiated areas, your action points regenerate faster and faster the higher your level of radiation sickness becomes. Frankly, I don't like any of them. So, we might be missing something. At least 3. Yep, anyway. We are gonna go back to take some of the abilities we missed the first time. Robotics Expert. That wouldn't be bad. 25% extra damage to any robot. Hit the deck. Damage threshold. I think I'm going way back. And do the... What was it? Demolitions expert. I'm not sure we have taken this even once. So additional 20% additional damage with all explosive weapons. Yeah. Now let's read the logs.
Alright, I know you can hear me, so listen up. There's 5 of us left. 5 out of I don't know how many. So, it's over. We've talked and it's over. We're not gonna send anybody to die anymore. So shut off our water, our gases, or do whatever it is you're programmed to do. But we're done listening to you.
So, automated response.
Congratulations, citizens of Vault 11. You have made the decision not to sacrifice one of your own. You can walk with your head held high, knowing that your commitment to human life is a shining example to us all. And to make that feeling of pride even sweeter, I have some exciting news. Despite what you were led to believe, the population of Vault 11 is not going to be exterminated for its disobedience. Instead, the mechanism to open the main vault door has now been enabled, and you can come and go at your leisure. But not so fast. Be sure to check with your overseer to find out if it's safe to leave. Here at Vault-Tec, your safety is our #1 priority.
Yeah, so only 5 left, and those guys basically at least 4 of them died here. Wanted to hide the shame of what they had done. I can't really blame them. It's decades, probably sacrificing their own for nothing because they were too scared of a response that was never coming. So it was never enforced, it was just enforced by a threat. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5th. I also see a gun. So 1 walked out of this wall. At least that's why I'm seeing it. Everyone else killed each other for nothing.